Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher and welcome to episode 98. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support, for taking the time out of your day to watch my Flosstube, send me messages, subscribe to my channel, all of those wonderful things. I appreciate each and every one of you. So I hope you all have had a wonderful last 2 weeks. Today is Friday, June the 9th, I think. So I hope you all have had a great last 2 weeks and a great start to your summer. I enjoyed reading all of your comments from last time that I asked you what your summer plans were. And that was a lot of fun. A lot of you gave me some inspiration and a lot of you are doing what we're doing, which is kind of staying home and getting organized and just enjoying being in our home and in our hometown and having a staycation. So it was a lot of fun reading all of your upcoming adventures, and some of you have already been on your summer vacations. It's been great weather here in Tennessee. Really enjoying some milder temperatures in the morning and in the evenings. It's getting warm in the day, but it's been really nice in the mornings and in the evenings. So I have some life updates for you. Tristan returned from his Young Life camp from Colorado on late Sunday night, or in the evening, Sunday evening. He had the best time. I enjoyed hearing all of his stories from camp. It was really a lot of fun. It took a long time because he's a very detailed storyteller. So some of his stories were even time-stamped from photography. So I knew the play-by-play of when everything happened, when it happened, how it happened, who was there, all those things. It was just so much fun to see his excitement. So it was a great way for him to start his first week out of school. So that was wonderful. Gray is off to a good start with her camp. She's enjoying work. And Matt and I have just been busy at home. Matt's been getting flowers for the back porch, and we got a new grill. So we've been enjoying having some dinner outside and some grilled different types of things on the grill. So that's been fun. And I've just been busy in my sewing room. I worked on getting it organized over the last few days. I have just kind of changed some things up. I have some, just now that I've been in this space for about a year, I know what I need, where I need it, and the things I don't need. So I've been kind of decluttering and organizing. So that has felt really good. I've been doing a lot of retreat prep. I'm co-hosting a cross stitch retreat in a couple of weeks in Greenwood, Indiana with Kim Gavlik with Stitch Etc. And the guest designers are Priscilla and Chelsea with Stitching with the Housewives. So we are so excited about that upcoming retreat. And I've just been doing some things here and getting ready for that big event. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you there in 2 weeks. So let's get in today's episode. Grab a pen and paper, grab your cross stitching, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get started. So this is what I have to go over with you all. I want to talk a little bit about, I have one finished item. It's not a cross stitch item, but I have one finished item to share with you. I do have some announcements. I have whips to go over. I do have some haul this time and the giveaways. So let's get started. First thing I want to talk about, and this is kind of in honor of Stitchcon. Stitchcon is a retreat or an event hosted by Keepsakes, which is a cross-stitch store outside of Cincinnati. It's in Sharonville, Ohio. And Stitchcon is a wonderful event that Barbara at Keepsakes and her team host every year. They have 2 weekends that they host this event. They have weekend A and weekend B. And I attended last year and I loved it. And I was not able to attend this year, hopefully next year. But it is an event that they host where Flosstubers and viewers can come together in one space, get to know each other, get to meet each other, and it is just a wonderful event. Just kind of, for it to be 300 attendees, it really feels very intimate and very just like a great community. And that is one thing that I love about the Flosstube and the cross stitch community. It is a community full of people who share the same hobby, we share the same love of this craft, and we lift each other up. And I am just amazed at all of the Flosstubers that I have met and that I met there last year, that, and I'm going to quote the bougie stitchers here, where they straighten each other's crown. It is all about, what can I do to help you? What can I do to make your day better and brighter? And that makes me happy to be a part of that community. So I know they are all having a wonderful time. I hope everybody travels home safely. And then all of those of you who are attending Weekend B, I hope you have a safe trip and a wonderful time. I cannot wait to see all of the Flosstubes, and I'm enjoying seeing all the posts that I see on Instagram right now. So it's a lot of fun. So that, in this piece that I'm about to share with you, is in honor of upcoming retreats, in honor of Stitchcon, all those things. So I shared with y'all on Instagram and on Facebook that I purchased an travel jewelry case. I have decided to go and try my hand at the travel needle case, and this is my version of it. So how this started was with Tanya with the Scarlett House. She is a designer, but she started reorganizing or revamping travel jewelry boxes for a travel needle case. I think that's what we're calling it. Yeah, a travel stitching case. And so I finally decided to jump on that bandwagon. And so here is my finished product. So what this is a jewelry box that I got on Amazon. You can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them on Amazon. I got mine on Amazon. I got a navy blue one. We don't need to have that conversation why. We all know why. So I got a navy blue case, and I should have taken before and after photos. I'm sorry. But what I'll do is I'll link below this case so you can see what it looked like before. But here is my finished product. What I did is I ripped out everything that was in it. This had one divider here, another divider on this side, and in the middle it had a mirror with another case in the middle. So I was very impatient when I received this. I did not take the time to look at other photos, get good inspiration. To my knowledge, there are no videos on tutorials on how to do this. So I just kind of did what I wanted to do. So I ripped everything out of the bottom. I left this one divider here. So I think on this side it had a ring divider, you know, where you can put your rings in. And like I said, in the middle, it was like a lift lid with a mirror. And then on this side, it was just an open side. So I pulled those out, I pulled the bottom out. And what I did is I used this French General fabric. And I've had a lot of people ask me if I'll do a tutorial. And I don't think I am skilled enough in this to do a tutorial, but there are a lot of photo inspirations on Instagram. Follow the hashtag travel stitching case. You can also look up, I think it's stitching needle case, travel stitching needle case. Lots of variations of those words will pull up some ideas. But Tanya with the Scarlett House, she has been posting photos of the ones that she has made. Great inspiration. So I had this French General fabric in blue, and when I pulled out the bottom of the case, the board at the bottom, I used that as a template, and I traced out on sticky board that shape that I wanted for here. It's not the exact size because there's some curves. So like I said, I was impatient. I really wanted to get it done. I wasn't focused so much on it being exact because of the curves in the corners. So that's why I put the chenille trim to kind of hide my mistakes. So what I did is I took my sticky board. Once I had it, the shape that I wanted, I fussy cut this piece of fabric so I could have this big pretty blue bird in this section of the case. I also put a piece of quilt batting. So when I had my sticky board, I removed the sticky, the protective cover, put that on the sticky board, the quilt batting, and then I cut the batting around it. So I had my sticky board with the quilt batting, and then I put this in the center, the bird in the center of that piece of sticky board. And then I glued the back with the Eileen's glue. And then I hot glued it into my case. I did the same on this side. And then after everything dried, I left this divider up, but you can take that out and do one big middle section. It is yours to do and make and create however you want. Then I went in with my Lady Dot Creates navy blue chenille, and I went in around, and you can even see right here, I got a little too excited with the hot glue. But I put that in there, glue the trim around it. These are my beautiful pins from Teresa with Jersey Girl Stitch Company. I love her pins. I made this floss drop. I've made a couple of floss drops this week. Again, I'm prepping for a retreat. So with extra materials and things, I made some extra floss rings for myself. But this one, I printed this image of a ship and a whale, and I had this anchor charm and button, and I just made myself a little floss ring. I put one of my favorite needle minders in here. I have some post-it notes with proper stitcher on it, and then my scissors. So there are all kinds of things you can put in here. I made a little pillow, needle pin pillow, and I made a needle case. Same coordinating fabrics. So this you could do so much with, but this is just a little rough needle booklet that I made with some extra needles. But this is the coordinating fabric, all in that French General fabric. You can keep your your glasses in here, all up to you, whatever your heart desires. You can get a bigger needle case, you can get a smaller one. I even saw Tanya's with the Scarlett House. She uses rickrack to kind of cover this elastic band. You can do ribbon, you can do so many things. And these little snap hooks were already a part of the case. And so what the idea is when you go to a retreat, this can stay on your table. Of course, this is your travel case of all of your essentials, of all your notions, all your small items that you might need to make your stitching time easier. But it's also great when you're at the table to leave it open, and it's sort of a catch-all for all of your things. It's a catch-all for your glasses so you don't get them misplaced. I am notorious for losing my reading glasses at retreats. It's a great place to just leave all of your floss, your needles, your scissors, everything you're going to need is right here in front of you. And so you won't be that person at the table that's messy. So maybe you can keep your space a little bit neater. And it's pretty because you've customized it to how you want it to look. You can get this in so many different colors. I will link below the Amazon link where I purchased this. I think it was $15. They have different sizes, different shapes, different colors, different price ranges. So if you want to just look around on Amazon, so easy. I think I got it the next day, and I had so much fun playing with it. And I think I even saw it in pink and in teal, purple, all kinds of colors, gray, cream, so many colors. But this was a lot of fun to make. I'm trying to close it. But if you are traveling by air, this is a great little case because it's very compact. So thank you, Tanya with the Scarlett House, for starting this big buzz and trend of travel stitching cases. I had so much fun making this. And here's all of the French General fabric. This is part of my haul this week. here are all the coordinating fabrics. So this is one piece of it. And I just got fat quarter bundles of these, and I'm so glad I did because I love all of it. Now I have extra fabric for backing and finishing cross stitch pieces. Here is that same, and then this one is dark blue. So many beautiful coordinating fabrics out there. The sky's the limit. So whatever you want to do, whatever fabric you love, whatever colors you love, you can do that yourself. So I'll link it below. I'll also link Lady.Creates, her Etsy shop below. I love Lois. Lois has a beautiful trim. I was going to go back and add rickrack to mine, but I just didn't do that. But I was going to go in and add rickrack right here, but I haven't done that yet. But so many things you can do. You can even keep a pen and pencil down in there. So that was so much fun. But I will link everything below so you can go and find those. So, and I also wanted to share with you, since I made that floss ring, I made these two. Here's this one I made. This has, let me get something to put behind it. This is another image I created or found. This is a hot air balloon with a bird, and I had these hot air balloon charms. So I put that on here with some of the Lori Holt buttons. So this was a lot of fun to make. And there, I will link a tutorial below if you want for where I found how to make the cabochons. So super easy to make little thread rings or floss rings. So if you want to take little stitchy gifts to some of your friends at some of your retreats, you can. They're quick and easy to make. A lot of fun. So that is my one finish, non-cross stitch item, but it is my one finish. So a couple of other events going on this summer, lots of cross stitch retreats. I mentioned it before that the Sable Stitchers have a website with cross stitch retreat links, but there are two virtual events that I know about. One I just found out about this morning. Lindy with Lindy Stitches said today that she and Lois with Lady.Creates are going to host a virtual tutorial, and it sounds and looks fascinating. You'll learn how to make a needle case book with a exclusive design by Lindy Stitches, and then Lois with Lady.Creates is providing the trim and all the fabric and all those beautiful things. But they're going to have a wonderful tutorial event, and it sounds like a lot of fun. I will link Lindy Stitches Flosstube below so you can go and watch it. It's just like 15 minutes, and she tells you about the event. It sounds like a lot of fun. So there are a couple of other Zoom retreats or virtual retreats that are going on. I think Annabella's with Elaine with Annabella's is having one. She's probably sold out, but I think she's going to do that a couple of times a year. You can go and check her out. But so if you cannot travel to a retreat, there are other ways of getting that retreat and cross-stitch experience with the people in the community. So I will link both of those below. We also still have room available. Kim Gavlik and I have room available in our Samplers Remembered retreat, which is going to be in September in Franklin, Tennessee. And the guest designer is Robin with Little Robin Designs. So lots of fun events. Lots of things to be excited about in the cross-stitch community. So just go and check them out. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's go into my whips. I have worked on some of my cross-stitch projects this week, and I'm making some pretty good progress. I'm really excited to share with you. This first one is Blackbird Designs. My Heart Can Rest. This is a beautiful pattern, such a sweet pattern. It is a reproduction, and here's the original. So pretty. But I started this on my anniversary, which was April 21st. My Heart Can Rest. And I am making really good progress. So this is my progress. I think when I last saw you guys, I had a little bit of the greenery down here at the bottom. So what I have done since then is I have put the flower petals on those pieces of greenery at the bottom. I stitched the basket and started stitching the middle leaf. I love that color of the basket. This is, let me see, what color is that? That I think is fool's gold in the middle. Here are all the colors. I'm gonna have to probably pull out my glasses. What I promised myself that I would not do this time is rush through this, because I feel like every time I share these with you, I rush through it and I don't show you all the colors. But this is fool's gold. And I'm really just loving how that color shows up on this linen in that variegation. It's not at all what I thought it would look like. It's very pretty. So I'm using all the called for colors. It's a combination of Classic Color Works and Weeks. And I am stitching this on 36 count American Chestnut. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. And it's a lot of fun. The colors are just beautiful, the way they pop on this linen. And I've had a couple of people message me, they're having a hard time finding American Chestnut. You can use whatever color linen you want. I had this in my stash. That is why it made the cut. Because I wanted a nice darker tan. I feel like I use a lot of light colors for my linen, and lately I've been wanting to play around with linen colors. So the called for color in the pattern is, let's see, the called for pattern is Heartland by Picture This Plus. So it has a nice little brown tint to it. So really any neutral you can find, you cannot go wrong with whatever color you pick, because the design is so beautiful. But if you're wanting a little darker look like that, you can look at Fiber on a Whim. You can look at Picture This Plus, Lakeside Linens, R&R, even Fox and Rabbit. Lots of beautiful linen choices out there. Grace Note fabric, Needle and Flax has a really pretty color that would work too. You can call your local needlework store, you can look online, lots of choices out there. But that is my progress on My Heart Can Rest, and I really enjoy stitching this one. So one more time, there's my progress, and it's not a big design. Let's see, the finished design is 9 3/8 by 8 3/4 on 36 count. The design size is 170 by 157. So it's not too big. It's just the perfect size. So My Heart Can Rest by Blackbird Designs. And then I worked on Hello from Liz Matthews, Baskets and Butterflies. This was my birthday start. So I started this on April 25th. And first of all, I love anything by Liz Matthews. She is absolutely talented, a very kind person. I love her products and her patterns. She's just a wonderful person. But this pattern has been so much fun, and I am getting closer to a finish. So this is stitched on 36 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. I am using 1 strand of floss over 2. This is Gloriana Silk Northern Lights, and it is a beautiful shade of blue. So as you can see, I finished the bottom, and then I stitched the bottom butterflies, and then I stitched the basket. And now what I'm moving on to next is the middle. All of this beautiful, beautiful flowers and berries and all that. So pretty. So the Gloriana Silk, and you can stitch this in any color you want. If red is your color, or pink or green, it would look beautiful. But I'm using the called for Gloriana Silk Northern Lights. And it is beautiful. The variegation is very pretty. It shows up nicely on this linen. And here it is. And I got the color, I got my silk at Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City when I went up for the store visit a couple of weeks ago. And it was really nice to have that up there. But this one I hope to have finished soon. I will probably frame it and put it on, probably leave it out all the time. I just love this so much. So that is Baskets and Butterflies by Hello from Liz Matthews. My next one is an exclusive, sorry, my hair keeps getting in my mouth. An exclusive pattern from Coming to America, from Brenda Gervais with I Needle and Thread. This is Coming to America, The Women of the Mayflower. And I started this one a couple of weeks ago. I had it started last year on Thanksgiving. I was going to stitch it with Kim, but she, I don't think, has started hers. So I put it aside, and then Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl showed it in her whip parade, and I messaged her that I had this one, so we're both trying to work on this. She's a lot farther along than I am. I think she has all of the names, but I started at the top. And this is my progress from the last 2 weeks. I think I only worked on this one night, so I really will pull this out a little bit more this week. But since I last saw you, I stitched a little bit more of the border, but I stitched the flag and one of the sails. It's hard to see, but that's where I am, is up here at the top. So I am stitching this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. I am using all of the called for floss, and I am using 1 strand of floss over 2. And so here are all the colors. And they are beautiful, so pretty. The blues, the greens, all of those, so pretty. So that's been a lot of fun. It's not a very wide piece or design. That's the width of it, that's it. So it's just a really long piece. So I think the stitch count, let's see, or the design is, it's a big pattern. Hold on, let's find it. Here we go. It is 125 wide by 422 high. So the finished size is 6 1/4 inches wide by 21 inches high. So she's a tall girl. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to have this one done and out. And I hear everyone who has stitched this has said that once you get the top done, the rest of it goes pretty fast. So I'm hoping that's the case. Okay, so that is Coming to America, Brenda Gervais with I Needle and Thread. I'll work on it a little bit more, and then I'll probably put it aside for a little while and bring something else into my rotation. So my next one is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlett House. And I have been working on this for a while, but I really have been focusing on it over the last few months. So this is Floral Motif Sampler, and here's my progress. So since I last saw you, I had just finished this. So I did all of those other little motifs around the top corner. So I did all of these since I last saw you, and they all went really fast. Some of these I stitched, like I stitched these 3 in one night, and I stitched these 2 in one night, and these 2 in one night. So they go pretty fast. It's just a lot of fun. I am really enjoying this. I am stitching this on 40 count Picture This Plus Mallow, and I'm using all of the called for colors. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2, and here are all the colors. And it's just so much fun, because when you look at all of these colors and you think that's a lot of unusual colors. It's a lot of different colors to throw together. But when you divide it up into these individual motifs, it's just, they all come out, they come alive. The colors are just beautiful. This little color here, this is Raspberry Frost. I used it a lot the last 2 nights. I think it's right here. No? Yes, it's right here on this little teeny tiny little flower. Some of those are just so small. This one here is terracotta, which is also up here. Very pretty. Buckeye Scarlet is my favorite shade of red. It's really pretty. So this has been a lot of fun to play with all of these colors and to see how they look. I mean, when you use just one strand of, say, the red, the Buckeye Scarlet, it just looks so different than when you see the whole skein of floss. So when you pull one strand and you stitch with it, it's just, or 2 strands, it just is so different than seeing the whole skein. It's a lot of fun. So this is definitely one that will stay in my rotation until it's finished, but it's going pretty fast. So that is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlett House, and just so much fun. Okay, that's all my whips. That's all I worked on the last 2 weeks. Kept me really busy. I've been working on, like I said, other things during the day and then stitching at night. So it has been, I'm really happy with the ones that I'm focusing on right now. So I will bring out some other ones, some of the ones that I've put on the back burner, but I will bring some of those out. A couple of things I wanted to say before I forget. I've had a lot of people ask me about this piece that's on my shelf. That is an antique sampler. I believe it's a Pennsylvania Dutch sampler, and I don't know the date of it. It was not stitched on there, but it when I purchased it, they seemed to think it was in the early 1800s. And it's not signed, but it's very old, and it is one of my favorites. I mean, a blue bouquet of flowers, just beautiful. And then the one up here, wait, there you go, on the shelf here, that is Brenda Gervais of With Thy Needle and Thread. That is Indigo Lane. So I get that asked a lot, who the designer is of the antique one, which it's an original, and then this one of who the designer is of that one. So that is Brenda Gervais, With Thy Needle and Thread. Indigo Lane is the name of that one. So, okay, so let's go into my haul. I have quite a bit of haul this week, and I already shared with you my fabric I got from, it's French General Fabric, and it's their latest line, and that's, I love it. I love all of it. I don't know the name of it. I'll list it below, the name of the fabric line. So I have been receiving some items that will be used for door prizes at the retreat. And so all of those are going to be kept private and a secret for the attendees, but one item was given to me. It's not what's given to the retreat attendees, but it is from my friend Teresa with Jersey Girl Stitch Company. She sent me a little happy, and this is one of her new 4th of July patriotic pins. So Teresa makes these beautiful pin cushion pins that are great for giant strawberries or giant tomatoes, or beautiful pin pillows or pin keeps. So this one is called Sparklers, and it is so pretty. It is patriotic themed. Let me pull it out so you don't get the glare. But I really love this. I love her pins. She does a fabulous job. She's always been very generous in sharing them with me. But this is really pretty. So if you're doing any patriotic stitching, I will list her site below. You can go online, order from her website, super easy. But I love that star at the top. She's also the one who shared with me, or I got these pins from her that I used in my case here. And they are the ones right here. Just really pretty. She's really good at choosing not only the colors, but the right accessories to go with the beads, and she's really good at picking the right sizes, so it's gives it some dimension. She's just so talented in what she does. So that is Jersey Girl Stitch Company. I'll list it below. So thank you, Teresa. Michelle sent me a great card. She is with Under the Woolen Willow, and I have shared some of her strawberries before. She does a beautiful strawberries and tomato pin cushions, and she sent me a great card and some gifts for the retreat. I will list her Etsy shop below as well. Some of the other people who have donated items, we've had Judy Whitman, of course we all know Judy, and we've had Lori Wilson with Thread Milk Design Company, and I'll list a few more. Everyone who's attending will know, because we'll have a list of all of the wonderful people who have donated items to us. So then I got from Cross Stitch and Crafts, I ordered the Heart and Hand Tiny Town. This is Seaside Tiny Town. So I love these tiny towns. And then this is the accompanied piece. This is called Seaside Frill. And the Tiny Town series, they're so much fun. You can finish them long like this, or you can make them into a drum. And they have so many. They have the Honey of a Tiny Town. I ordered the one that they had, an exclusive one for keepsakes. I can't wait for that one to come in. I think it's Small Town, Tiny Town. So many. They have patriotic. They have a Christmas one, a Halloween. Carol is just so creative over at Heart and Hand, and I just love this one. I love the beach. I love all of these. So that one came in, and it has even the little beads. So there are some beads, I believe, for the bird's eyes, or you can use French knots. Yeah, it's for their little bitty eyes. They have these beads. So I don't know when I'll stitch it, but I'm so excited to have it. So I get the Country Sampler shop. It's in Spring Green, Wisconsin. I love that store. They have a newsletter that comes out once a week, and I get it in my email, and I saw this bag in the email. So I had to go and order it right away. It is a great market bag. It's a great retreat bag. Anytime you need just a reusable bag, it's a great gift. But this is from the Country Sampler, and it has this beautiful print on it of an antique sampler. So thank you, ladies at the Country Sampler. I will list their website below. If you are interested, you can go and check out their website. Beautiful bag. And then I got some linen. Like I said, I have been trying to expand my linen choices, and I'm excited to show y'all these. So excited. So all of these are actually, they're all Grace Note fabrics, I think. Let's see. They're all Grace Notes. So two came directly from Corinne from Grace Notes. Thank you so much for sharing these with me. This is a fat quarter of almond milk in 36. And so her almond milk is a really pretty modeling. It's kind of a pinkish green. I don't want to say green because it's not green, but a pinkish tint, pinkish tan beige. A beautiful modeling on this. I cannot wait to use it. Let me pull it in a little bit closer. Cannot wait to use this. But I think it's a fat quarter, and it's the linen. It's 36 count. She has all kinds. She has linen, Ada, Lugana, Joblin. She has all stitch counts starting from 14 count on up. So you can, a lot of shops carry her fabric too. So that's what this is. And then I got Bradley. This I thought would be so much fun for a Halloween design. This is called Bradley, and I got it in 32 count. This is in 32 count. So that is a beautiful mustard color. So nice. So excited to get this one started. So Grace Notes Fabrics, I will list her website below. You can go and order directly from her, or you can go to a needlework store and order from them. I did go on Hobby House's website because there were some other colors that I wanted that were not available on Grace Notes site at the time. So it's the same color, just in different linen counts, and it is Caramel Kiss. Yep, Caramel Kiss. So it's another good mustard color, but not as bright as the Bradley. So you can see Bradley has more yellow. Caramel Kiss is just a little bit more brown. So I guess it's a little bit more of a mustard brown. I guess that makes sense. See the difference? Bright, darker. So Bradley, Caramel Kiss, and I got it from Hobby House in 32 count and 36 count. So let me open it up so you can see. And I like how her modeling is not overpowering. It's just a good variation of the color. So those are all Grace Note fabrics, and I cannot wait to use them. So that is all my haul I got this week. I want to check my notes. I don't want to forget anything. I do have some announcements. So I do, like I said, I have my retreat in 2 weeks with Stitch, etc. And the guest designers are Priscilla and Chelsea with Stitching with the Housewives. So I will record episode 99 next week. We're getting so close to 100. I'll record episode 99 next week, but I will save the 100th episode for when I return from the retreat. So the 100th episode will be the week after that retreat. I'll have to write down. I'll let you know the date next week of when I will have that episode, and it's going to be so much fun. Of course, we'll have a big celebration with the 100th Proper Stitcher episode. So next week I will be back, and the week after that I'll be at the retreat, so I won't have her floss tube that week, but then I'll have my 100th episode the week after. Okay, and then I have a shop visit coming up. So Cross Stitch and Crafts, which is my local needlework store, kind of loosely saying that, they are an hour and a half away. Sandra has been, her shop, Cross Stitch and Crafts, has been open for 25 years. She is celebrating big. She is having a big birthday bash to celebrate this huge milestone. And of course, I'm happy to be there. I'm excited to be there. She asked if I would come and help them celebrate. So that is going to be July 22nd. So July 22nd is on a Saturday. So if you are in the area, or if you have time off and want to make the trip, you will not be disappointed. She has lots of wonderful things planned. But that shop is in Johnson City, Tennessee, which is in the northeast corner of the state. I will list her website below, her Facebook page below. Go and check out her Facebook page. She's going to be making posts often with details of her event, but I'm so excited for them. Congratulations, Sandra and Amy, and all of just everyone in that area that supports her store. What a wonderful milestone to have a shop open for 25 years. So Cross Stitch and Crafts, I will be there July 22nd. And that is all of my announcements. So let's go into our giveaways now. So a couple of housekeeping things for giveaways. One, anyone can enter. You just have to be a subscriber, and you have to like the video and answer the question below. But I do a giveaway every episode. And how it works is, so subscribe, like the video, comment below. If I call your name as a winner, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com with your name, what you won, and I will get that item in the mail to you as soon as possible. And you can enter every time. You can win more than once. I ship internationally. I just love sharing what I have in my stash and giveaways and things that people have sent me. I enjoy sharing those with you. So that's all you have to do. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and answer the question below with the number of the item that you would like to be entered to win. And then I use a random comment picker, and before I film every episode, so that gives everybody time all the way up until I record. That's the last thing I do before I hit record on my phone, is I pull the winners from the last video. So I do have one thing to say. I told y'all last time about the U.S. Postal Service the post office sending this back to me. It's ridiculous. But anyway, they covered the address of this winner, and I had already deleted your email. So Sandy Karas, Karas, what you won a few weeks ago, I still have, because they've returned it, I don't know your address because the sticker is covering your address. So Sandy Karas, Karas, please email me your address again and I will get this out to you. Hopefully this time with the proper postage. So, okay, let's go into the winners from last time. And these will go out probably, today's Friday. So before the end of next week, if I hear from you, they'll go out. So please try to email me within 2 weeks of each episode if you've won, and I'll get it out to you. Okay, number 1, this was Country Cottage Needleworks, Red, White, Bloom. This goes to Delnora, Delnora, Janesek, Janeceek. So Delnora, please email me. That's number 1. Number 2, this is the Summer at Hollyberry Farm by Stacey Nash. This goes to Linda Russell. Number 3 is Mice in the Sewing Room by Brenda Gervais. This goes to Cheryl Brumbaugh, Brumbaugh. Number 4 is the Fresh Cut Stitch Quarterly cross stitch pattern. This goes to Renea, Renea, Yarolim, Yarolim. Number 5 is a Blackbird design pattern. It's Berry Time. This goes to Kathy with a C, Kathy Fisher. Number 6 is a Calendar Crates July from Stitching with the Housewives. This goes to Cindy Flinchbaugh, Flinchbaugh. Number 7 is also a Stitching with the Housewives. This is Daisy May. This goes to a Wendy Banta. Number 8, Calendar Crates May, Stitching with the Housewives. This goes to Margaret Leggett, Leggett. Number 9, this is My Big Toe Designs. This goes to Deborah, Debra Quilts, Deborah Quilts. And number 10, this is Memories by Samplers Not Forgotten. This goes to Margaret Kruger, Kruegar. So if I called your name, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com and I will get that out to you as soon as possible. So this week, the question is, and this is back to Stitchcon and in honor of all of our Flosstubers out there. The Flosstube community is growing and growing. There are a lot of Flosstubes out there. And again, thank you for watching my Flosstube because I know you have so many choices. But I still think it's a wonderful community and I think that it is wonderful to share what we know about other Flosstubers. So I'm going to ask, because I ask it every so often, who are you watching right now on Flosstube? List below some of the Flosstubes that you like to watch. There are a lot of new ones. If you know of any new Flosstube channels, list those. We'd like to encourage those new Flosstubers to continue to come to us every week or how often they record. So if you would just share with me who you like to watch on Flosstube. There's so many choices. I have a list that I watch. I share with y'all often. There are some new Flosstubers. One is Lisa with Lost in Stitches. I really enjoy watching her Flosstube. There is one of the new ones is Floss Bosson Cousins, Christine Callie. They're hysterical. They're from Alabama, and they are a hoot. The Fanciful Flamingo is someone that I enjoy watching from Florida. Needle and Flax is not new, but she has a new series, and it is the First Ladies series. Fascinating historical information. If you like history, she has a whole series set aside of women, the first ladies in the White House, and it's fun how some of the older ones, how she weaves in these, just not only the history, but if needlework is involved. That's fascinating too. Antique needleworkers, I love to watch them. A lot of fun. Some of my tried and true that have been around, I still watch a lot of Judy Whitman, Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, Celeste Creates, Merritt Crawford, Brendan the Serial Starter, the Bougie Stitchers, still, they're really good friends and really good Flosstubers. So there are so many, too many to list, too many to name. I watch so many, but list it below, list as many as you want. If you are new to Flosstube, just finding Flosstube and you're looking for someone to watch, read the comments below. You never know what you're going to find. But I really and truly feel that there's enough of us to spread the love and to really see what everybody else is working on. I watch Flosstubers that stitch things that I don't stitch, but I just love seeing what other people are doing and what other people are working on. And it's just a lot of fun. There are so many Flosstubers that are international, and that's fun too. Mama Loves You GB, and Bumble Stitches, and Somi Sarah, and all of those wonderful Flosstubers from other countries, the Pony Stitches from Australia, just so many wonderful Flosstubers around the world. So thank you all for making our community that much more fun. And that's why the event like Stitchcon is a lot of fun, because it brings everybody together. So answer that below. And here are the options. So only enter by commenting below. Don't message me on social media or on through email, because that is not where the random comment picker pulls. The random comment picker only pulls from YouTube. So the first giveaway, number 1, this is from my friend Amanda Badger. She owns a company called Soulful Creations. She sent me some things for giveaway the other day. So this is the first batch. This is number 1, and it is a floss keep. And this is themed. This is sweet strawberries. And then this sweet little needle minder to match. So that's number 1. Thank you, Amanda, for sending that my way. Number 2 is from my stash. I have this pack of 9 Prairie Schooler small cards. They range from Halloween to Easter to Christmas. So this is number 2. Number 3 is from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is Be in My Bonnet Stitch Cards by Lori Holt. This is set P. So this is number 3. Number 4 is a Teresa Kogut pattern. This is Snarky Cat. That's number 4. Number 5 is Cross Stitch Nations by Heartstring Samplery. That's number 5. Number 6 is a Barbara Anna Designs. This is Cock-a-Doodle-Doo. Number 6. Number 7 is Delaney Woods Treasure. This is a circle flag needle book. So all the instructions are in there on how to make a needle book and the pattern to stitch this. So that's number 7. Number 8 is Samplers Not Forgotten, Descending Sun. That's number 8. Number 9 is a Blackbird Designs booklet. This is Feast of Friendship. That's number 9. And number 10 is another Teresa Kogut. This is Come to the Garden. And this is a beautiful, the way it's bound together, booklet. So that's number 10. So those are all the giveaways for this week. I hope you all have a wonderful stitchy weekend and week ahead, and I will see you all next Friday. Thanks.